Thanks, John. Since Devin took up so much of my time here, we'll make this very short. We're going to move south, and currently we're not involved in any litigation. Conditions are pretty good, so I can rock over out here. Great, come on out. Okay, I will make this brief. We're going to talk mostly about groundwater usage here in the Little Republican. I'm going to move on to our next slide. Maybe.
You can use the mouse.
Yeah, I try using that. No, here we go.
Here we go. Okay, Little Republican to our south, we cover all of Furnace, Harlan, and Franklin counties, about 75% of Webster County, and then 5 different townships in Knuckles County. Lower reaches of the Republican River Basin. In our district is it's a little over 1.5 million acres total. Of that, there's about 350,000 acres that are irrigated. 320,000 of that's groundwater irrigated. I would say that this past year, our usage was a little over 6 inches. I do have a table coming up that'll show these statistics, but we have the Middle Republican based out of Curtis, and also Upper Republican in the southwestern part of the state. Their usage this year was a little over, the Middle Republican was a little over 10 inches, 10 acre inches, and Upper Republican was 14 acre inches. This reflects going back to 2003, where you're going to see the highest. This is a district-wide average. I do have it broken down for the last 3 years, coming up in a few slides. What usage was in each county of our district. This year, down here to the bottom right in bold, again, a little over 6 inches, 6.32 inches per year. Groundwater irrigation, once again. 2019, obviously a very wet year, 3.73 inches per year. Across the district, we broke this out by each county. Not surprisingly, Furnace County saw the highest usages, and I know there's a few folks out here that live out in that area. 7.25 inches per acre, and also clear to the right, it shows you the acres that we have irrigated, groundwater irrigated acres in each of those counties. It does not always, year to year, you would think, yes, it's drier to the west, just based on average rainfall, that our highest usage would be in the west, and the lowest usage to the east, in Knuckles County. Does not always fall this way. When you average it out over a 10-year period, yes, that's what you see on a trend line, but does not always fall that way. Franklin County is a very good example. We had very variable conditions as far as precipitation. We had, especially in the south and southwestern part of that county, some very timely rains, even up in a few of the northern parts of Franklin County was very dry. Very briefly, you'll see this is what the breakdown was in 2020, where we were over 8 inches an acre as far as our groundwater usage. I'll also show you 2019. 2019, again, where it was so low. Here are trends by county did follow, right down the west to east, having 5.5 inches in Furnace County, all the way down to less than 2 inches in Knuckles. (2022) this year is the last year of our 5-year allocation. back in 2005, a lot of different things that came into being, number one of which, certified irrigated acres. We established those certified irrigated acres in our district and not allowing any expansion of those acres. Also at that same time, by that time, a moratorium was put on our district as far as wells, no new wells. Also, beginning there in 2005 is when the allocations came into play. Currently, the allocations have stayed the same since 2008, where we have a 9 inches per acre per year. So over a 5-year period, with just 45 inches. You do have the ability to carry over 9 inches. And this year, being the last year of that 5-year period, we're looking at a possibility, depending on how this year goes, of course, but with the conditions we've seen over these last few years, probably over 90% of our irrigators are going to be able to carry over 9 inches. Also in that third box under maximum annual use, it talks about 13 inches per acre in a compact collier. We have not been in a compact collier in the Republican since 2019. So we're in our third year where there is no hard cap on them. That's the question we get a lot. We get a lot of phone calls. Are we going to be in a compact collier? Or the question is usually more, do I have a cap on what I can pump this year? The answer is no. Well, maybe yes. Depends on what you have in your allocation. But there is no hard cap. If you've got 28 inches available to you in your pool, in your allocation, you could theoretically pump that. Starting January 1st, 2023 is the start of our next 5-year period. But we're going to see a lot of our irrigators in really good shape heading into the next 5-year period. One thing that's you do find in other NRDs is sub-basins. Maybe there's certain areas where they do have a different allocation or have an allocation period where they don't in other areas. We do not have any sub-basins in the lower Republican. Yes, we do have a rapid response area that could be affected if we are in a compact call year and we do need to take certain actions. But we do not have any sub-basins. Our allocations are district-wide for every groundwater irrigator in the district. I told you that we're going to be quick. I do have a few other things I want to talk about. We've got a lot of projects. A lot of irons in the fire coming going forward in the lower Republican. I'd like to talk a little bit about those. We do have 2 different USDA NRCS grants, WFPO grants, where we've already held a public meeting back in November. We're going to have another one, actually 2 separate meetings that will be coming up. We have not scheduled those yet, but anticipate it'll be probably in the month of April. It could end up being in late March. We're looking at, we're doing an environmental assessment plan. Excuse me. And also, some alternatives on what we may be focusing on within 2 different watersheds. One is in Turkey Creek, and this is the Turkey Creek that the watershed that comes in out here to the west, or I should point this direction, where Turkey Creek flows into the Republican between Oxford and Edison, and also Thompson Creek, which is down by Riverton. The focus is on all sorts of alternatives we may proceed with. Storage facilities, water storage facilities is probably the biggest focus. We're working with Olson as our consultant, and we've got some sites identified we're going to unveil to the public here in the next few months that we're considering and looking for public input on that. Also, we are looking at we've got a grant in with the Bureau. You're going to hear from the Bureau of Reclamation here pretty quick. We'll wait and hear. We should be hearing from them within the next couple of months in regards to a telemetry 4-meter project. We currently have 3,600 active wells throughout the district, and we're looking at getting telemetry flow meters on about remote read flow meters, might be more familiar term, on about a third of those meters in our district. We are going to focus on pretty much the rapid response area, high depletion to the stream flow areas in there. So we're looking forward to moving ahead to that if we're successful with the grant. Also working conjunctively with Boswick Irrigation District, Nebraska Boswick Irrigation District, a project where a Water Smart grant was approved for that for Boswick in the state of Nebraska. We plan to be a partner in a project down around Superior called the Lower Superior Canal Project, and looking at a well gallery in the Superior area, 2 different locations, but water into the Superior Canal and keep that water in harbor. Details of that yet to be worked out. A couple meetings scheduled here in the next few months on what details of that will be. It's an exciting project that whatever we can do to keep water in harbor. With that, I'll take any questions. I've gotten used to saying to our directors, we have one director here, it's like, well, the PRD update is there is no update. We're waiting to hear, currently we have a motion on file with the state for a motion to dismiss objectors. There was a hearing held on that back in June. I keep wanting to say July, but it was in June of 2021, and we are waiting to hear back on that action first before the application will move forward. So, not much of an update on that. Import, I got asked about, we're a party, there's four different NRDs that are joint owners of the import project. The well field, it's about a little over 18,000 acres outside the North Platte. That project has not been pumped for the Republican side since early 2017, approximately 5 years ago. And we do not anticipate pumping for the Republican this year either out there. No, sir.
Other than the water allocation, do you have any other thresholds on water level?
The question was, other than allocations, do we have any other thresholds to correct groundwater levels? Yes, there are triggers in our groundwater management plan. The allocations have kept us from getting into those triggers. I'll say this too, I did want to mention that in listening to Nolan talk about conditions in Tri-Basin, in the lower Republican, it really is fantastic. I thought to myself that my thoughts had not even gone towards groundwater levels in the lower Republican. Our groundwater levels have stayed static ever since pre-development. We have a few areas of decline, but we also have a few areas where the levels have actually gone up. Yeah, and Devin, thank you for that, by the way. Some of that groundwater mound does make its way down into the lower Republic.
Thank you, Todd.
Thank you.